Embrace fun. I will start by saying that this isn't always the right approach. It depends on your potential guests and their expectations. If you are, for example, catering to an upscale crowd or business guests, this might not apply. For the rest, read on. Perhaps because I'm a parent and a creative entrepreneur, I love the whimsy and fun that we can put into our STRs. In fact, I specifically seek places that have fun, quirky attractions. The OMG category of Airbnb is not to be missed. Just click on it under traveling and look at some of the offerings. They will have some great ideas on making your STR an amazing destination for guests. In fact, when I look at traveling and want to stay somewhere cool, I am usually willing to go to a strange city I have never been to just to stay in a weird and unusual place like a giant potato, for example. And I know I'm not the only one. That said, even a run-of-the-mill normal STR can have some fun add-ins. Look at some of the ideas below. Chalkboard table. I've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. A chalkboard table is a lot of fun. I grabbed a bottle of chalkboard paint and painted a couple of layers on a worn table, tossed some chalk in a little glass, and set it out for guests. What followed next has been truly magical. Guests love it. For that matter, so do I. And after a friend suggested it, the cottage's art spot was added to Instagram. Go check it out. Guests use this space to tell me they loved their stay, always a nice boost to morale, and they often create gorgeous works of art to add to the Instagram page. Kids love it, and it keeps them creating art in a safe space and using something that is temporary, as opposed to using markers on my Tree of Life table, which they did. And harmless. It was such a hit with guests that I added it to our Airstream dinette table as well. Magnetic words on the fridge. This can get pretty racy, but guests really seem to enjoy it. I take photos of them from time to time. Here are a couple. Did you try the raw bear sausage? The apple fairy will always poison that dry masterpiece. Think, abstract, imagination. Escape, children. The guests enjoy themselves, and I have a bit of a giggle seeing what they come up with. Books, books, and more books. As an obsessive reader and as an author, I'm of the opinion that there are never enough books in the world. I mean, seriously, bring on the books. I collect them from my house, Dollar Tree, $1.25 for a hardcover book? Heck yeah. Garage sales, etc. It's worth it, especially when I get notes like the one below from Joanna, who wrote, I took The Writing Life by Annie Dillard. Very rarely does a book make me feel something like that one did in that kind of way. Which is, in essence, the very reason I love to share books with guests. Play games, all sorts. That's a quote from Mary Poppins, by the way. Have some games stocked in your STR, whether it is board games, cards, a Ouija board, why not? Lawn darts, or even a cool vintage Nintendo. Your guests will appreciate your consideration. I also try to leave some fun things for kids. Books, word find, Sudoku, crossword puzzles, and more. Traveling can get tedious, especially if they are road tripping, and many guests are happy to have a fun distraction while they unwind. These are just a few ways in which you can make your STR feel special for your guests. Next up, the future.